What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video here at Chris's MMA Universe. And for this video here, I'm going to be talking about UFC Fight Night on ESPN Plus 13. And for this video, I'm actually going to be talking about the co-main event and main event of the ESPN Plus 13 card, which is tonight, this Saturday, only on ESPN Plus. Now, I'm going to be starting with the co-main event. And with this co-main event, I mean, what can you say, right? This is Urijah Faber's comeback to fight Ricky Simón in Sacramento, California, which is actually where Urijah Faber retired, and he's coming back to Sacramento to fight in the same place where he retired. Now, this is his first fight since 2016. So, Urijah Faber is actually a Hall of Famer. For those of you that don't know, he was an inductee in 2017. And, who deserves it more than Urijah Faber, right? I know he does not have a title under UFC anyway, but he still is more than deserving to be in the Hall of Fame. Great fighter. Great icon of the sport, without a doubt. But he's going up against Ricky Simón, which is, this guy is an animal in a bantamweight division in UFC. He has tremendous power. Tremendous speed. Everything he does, it's like you're coming to watch something where you are not supposed to get up and go grab anything from the kitchen. Don't make popcorn. Don't blink. You have to see this guy fight and perform. It's just something special to watch. So now, him going up against Urijah Faber is actually a pretty well underdog for this fight. Ricky Simón is definitely the favorite going into this fight, and I think is well deserving. Urijah Faber is actually a guy that wins all his fights except for title fights in the UFC anyway, since he's been in the UFC. And honestly, I do believe that Ricky Simón is going to win this fight. I do think that his speed is a little too much for Urijah Faber. Urijah Faber had a long layoff. He retired, and some people say that he was just taking a break. He just wanted a long layoff. He didn't want media in his face or calling him or anything. He just wanted to take this time off. But, Urijah Faber said that he's been in the gym doing grappling matches and doing everything that he does for coming up to a fight, except without actually competing. So I do think he is going to go in there with something to prove. He's saying that he had this itch that he has to scratch, for fist fighting. And, I honestly do believe he is going to go in there and bring the fight. When doesn't he, right? But I do think Ricky Simón is actually going to get the better of Urijah Faber. I do think he is going to win this fight. I would love to see Urijah Faber go in there and pull the W because he's just, such a great icon, like I said. But I do think Ricky Simón is going to get him. Ricky Simón has tremendous power, tremendous speed, like I said. And I just think it's going to be a little bit too much for Urijah Faber. Ricky Simón was also going in there with something to prove. But I think it's going to be a great fight. I hope you guys tune in for that fight. I'm definitely going to tune in for that fight. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And now I'm going to be talking about the main event of the card, which is Germaine De Randamie versus Aspen Ladd. Now, Aspen Ladd is going in there undefeated, and Aspen Ladd is actually one win away from actually getting a title fight in the bantamweight division, which worries me a little bit because, yes, Aspen Ladd is undefeated, but I do not think she is in any way, shape, or form ready for Amanda Nunes. I do not think she is ready to get thrown at Amanda Nunes. I do believe Amanda Nunes will eat her alive if they really did fight. And, who knows? Aspen Ladd is going to go in there, obviously trying to stay undefeated, but I still don't think she's ready for Amanda Nunes. But for those of you that don't know, Germaine De Randamie is actually the former featherweight champion of the women's division. She is actually the first featherweight champion of the women's division, where she fought Holly Holm for the title and actually beat Holly Holm. And it was like some controversial things going on in there because she actually hit Holly Holm a few times after the bell for 2 separate rounds, and it didn't take a point away from her, which I believe she deserved at least a point taken away for the second time it happening. But I don't know what was going on in the referee's mind that night. I guess he didn't think that it was deserving of being taken away a point, but I do think it was. And, I mean, for getting hit after the bell, I mean, nobody likes to see it, but, you know, I guess that's what happened. But she still pulled the W over Holly Holm, and it was a decision win. But then she ended up relinquishing the belt. She actually gave up the belt. And some people say it was because Cyborg was next to fight for the belt. She was going to fight for the featherweight title. And I guess Germaine De Randamie, people were saying that she was too afraid to fight Cyborg for the title. So she just gave it up. Now, I don't know if that's absolutely true. It wouldn't shock me because a lot of women were afraid of Cyborg. And I think still are. But honestly, it could be also because Germaine De Randamie actually dropped down to 135. She's not a 45er anymore, and she actually dropped down to 35 for this fight against Aspen Ladd. And, you know, I don't know if Germaine De Randamie will actually get a title shot after this win. She's been a long layoff now, and she's coming back to fight Aspen Ladd, and I do think this is going to be a great fight. Aspen Ladd is going to try and go in there and still be undefeated, coming out 9-0. And Germaine De Randamie is actually 8-3 right now, and I know she's going to try to go in there and make a statement for the 135 division. And I do think it's going to be a great fight. Aspen Ladd has tremendous power, and I mean Germaine De Randamie actually has tremendous power as well. But Aspen Ladd is actually just. She's good, you know. She goes in there with something to prove all the time, and Germaine De Randamie has tremendous power that she's gonna try to put on Aspen Ladd. I hope you guys tune in for this fight. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. Smash a like if you enjoy my content. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see all you guys in the next one.